Welcome to Backwater Casting. I'm your host, Rick Greene. Today I'm fishing with Adam James Kirk Foster and part 2 of the show that we aired last week. We caught so many fish in so many different locations that we just wanted to share as much of it as we could, so 2 shows out of 1 day.
There we go again. Little dinky.
I got one too.
Double header.
Oh, he threw my bait away. Neko rig just bit the dust.
Their bellies are so thick, eh?
Look at how wide he is.
Look at the belly on that beast.
That guy's as big as a house across there. That is a fat guy.
Puts my little guy to shame. He could fit in his belly.
Yeah, well maybe that's what he's been eating, his brethren.
Let's do that again.
So
might have found a little hole in them
They
here.
were sitting in 8 or 10 feet, both of them. So he's coming straight out.
They're just down there eating anything that you can put in front of their face.
Don't see my bait. Well, I hit him pretty quick too, but he ate it.
He's the nicest one in a while. And yeah, he ate that.
Come on, I'm gonna get, here, stop. There, as good as gold. In you go, buddy.
He's coming right at me. Oh. As per 2-pounders. You can just hear that braid singing. Eh? I love that. Even the little ones, I mean, it's not little, but they just fight so hard. And he just threw up.
Oh, I see it going, yeah, whatever it is.
I'd say it was a little shad or bait fish of some sort. Again, big belly for such a small fish. Like he's what, 13, 14 inches maybe?
Yeah.
And look at the gut on him.
So he tells you there's a strong forage base in here.
One poundish. They are stubborn though. Everyone we've got on this drop just starts shooting right into the deep water, see? That rod's almost doubled over and this is a pounder.
Wait till he gets to be 4
He just barfed
pounds.
up your worm. Or a worm, that's a Cinco right there.
Yeah, probably one of my baits.
Yeah. It's got it. Same, ooh.
That's odd.
Same average size that we're getting.
Yeah. It's funny because I didn't really lose any baits over here.
It looked a little old. I don't know, like it looks like a trick worm or something almost.
Yeah. I got 40 feet off the front of the boat, and we're not even, I don't think we're 40, well, it might be 40 feet offshore, and we're 40 feet deep.
34 in the back. That's
a quick break.
Yeah. As you can see, there's no other boat traffic around. It's really tranquil and scenic, and it would really give you a good appreciation for like the traditional approach to fishing, which was done out of kayaks and canoes for a really long time until the big revolution of power boats and such. The thing with kayak fishing is it puts you lower to the water. You have a more sense of awareness of your environment, and it's healthy for you. It's good for you. It's good physical activity for your body, and it's good activity for your mind too.
Come here. This guy's dark.
Oh, there we go.
Ow.
Whoa. I just got hammered.
See if we can hammer him again.
Come back. If you just let it sit there sometimes, and the bait itself is just sitting under the water, just moving slightly, he'll come back and pick it up. That's also why I like fishing soft plastics, because the bass doesn't get turned off by it. There's one. Using the soft plastics with the bait attractant. Yeah.
Oh no, swing and a miss. Well, Adam, tell us a little bit about Strike Back Sport Fishing Adventures.
So I'm approaching the end of a 15-year military career, Canadian Army. I'm a communications systems specialist. And in anticipation for my release, I wanted to try to make a business for myself that I could enjoy the outdoors and enjoy fishing that I love so much, but also be able to offer that to other people as well. Because I know it's really hard and confusing to start off in a sport like this, like fishing, where you have, you know, so much availability of equipment. So what I did, I have a passion for kayaking as well, and I have since I was a child. So I've put together a company that offers a full kayak fishing guide service where I provide you with all high-end kayaks and equipment, and I do the best that I can to put you out on the water in a kayak and catch fish. I think that was a pod of them down there?
I don't know what it is. It looks very strange. I would go down.
Oh, I'm down.
In a way, it looked like a big rock, but there was a gap underneath it.
Well, I'll tell you, that's a big gas.
It looked too hard to be a log.
That might be the nicest one of the day, buddy.
I don't know. He's good. I'm not turning him down, but anyway, there he goes.
Oh, follower, big follower.
Okay.
Big follower.
I'm right behind you.
Yeah, I can still see him. He's right down. He's like behind the boat now.
All right. She's going down already, so. It's a challenge because he's under the boat. We were drifting with the wind, but I got him. Not my first rodeo. Yeah, he's not real big. Yours is bigger, I think.
3 or 4 double headers, has to be.
Yeah.
See you later, buddy.
Anyway, nice, fun fish.
Hammered.
Boom. Decent. Nice. Acrobatic.
Acrobatic. Man, I'll tell you, some of those, they hit on the fall. You don't even get to reel your slack in before you feel the tap on the line, eh?
Yeah, and they're charging you usually.
Yeah, they're not wasting any time. Right out to the deep water, eh?
Yeah, 30 foot.
Once again.
That's not the same fish I had on first.
No?
No.
He's nice though.
First fish was bigger. I'll take him. He was where he was supposed to be. We deliberately came in here to see him, and he was there. Yeah, I was looking for 3 times that size, but I'll take it. I'll take it. Yeah.
That might be the dinkiest of the day.
No, I have a smaller one than that. You're not taking that award.
Oh, he's not that dinky.
He's a pound.
Oh, he ate it. So I just pulled this crawfish claw out of this fish's mouth. And when that happens, it gives you a good indication as to what the fish are actually foraging on or feeding on. And there's a saying that's called match the hatch. And what you want to do is make your bait presentation look like what the fish are feeding on. So in this case, it's a claw. It's got some dark colors, a little bit of spotting. And that's not an exact replica, but it's pretty close. So whenever you're fishing and you're catching fish and you start to see sometimes they regurgitate what they've been feeding on, it's a really good indication as to what type of bait is going to work for you. There you go.
Here's deep water, pal. You were supposed to be bigger than that. Anyway, another little chunky guy. There he is.
Not a tank.
Not a tank. Tank in the making.
Yeah.
Under construction.
Still feisty.
Welcome back to Backwater Casting. In this part of the show, Adam and I have moved a little bit and we found another area that's just loaded with smallmouth, including a pair that I caught on a jerkbait. And this is not uncommon on this lake. We've done it here before. We're going to take a few minutes and we're going to chat with Adam about his career in the Canadian Armed Forces.
Yeah. Come on. Oh, they're all so healthy in here. I can't get over it.
Well, it tells you they've been off the spawn for a while.
Yeah, there it goes.
Well, Adam, what can you tell us about your time in the Canadian military?
Once again, we're gonna have to put this on hold as I catch this fish.
That's just too funny.
Okay, so what just happened there is I had a fish on, and as I was bringing him up to the surface, I saw another fish directly behind him. Now, bass are competitive by nature in the sense that even if they're not hungry, they don't want the bass next to them to eat, because that means that fish will get bigger than him. So that what they try to do is actually steal the food out of the other fish's mouth. So when that other bass followed up my bass, Rick tossed in his bait right behind it. The bass already being there, agitated, wanting to eat, bam, snapped up his bait, double header.
Curse smash.
They've all been in either the side or the roof of the mouth. They're not in his stomach hole. They're obviously eating it differently. There you go.
Yes, sir. In the boat. There. And again, tiny little hook. Nice little finesse bait. Big, big belly again.
So I enrolled in the Canadian Armed Forces in February of 2004. That summer I attended the Canadian Forces School of Communications and Electronics, or CFC, in Kingston, Ontario, where I became at that time it was called a signals operator, or to a more old school would have been a radio operator. Since then my trade changed to a communications system specialist, and my career was focused and orientated towards counter IED and electronic countermeasures. Rick has a fish. Yeah, so I've been employed in the last couple of years with an engineer regiment where I focus specifically on electronic countermeasures, and that's basically the jamming of radio-controlled improvised explosive devices. I spent just shy or just above, I can't really remember, 8 months in Kabul, Afghanistan back in 2012, and hopefully by mid to end of 2019, I'll be released and starting my new career in education in forestry, fish, and wildlife management.
Big old pickerel. He's a good one too. Yeah, he missed it on the first crack and he come back again, and I just paused it and started retrieving again because I thought it was a small one. Big old pickerel. Look at the size of him.
Greasy.
Yeah, he's a big one. We're not pickerel fishing, pickerel. We're bass fishing. Come on, in you go.
That pickerel right there was a perfect example as to why they're called chain pickerel, because you could really see the sides of them that looks actually like a chain link fence.
That's a nice fighting fish, healthy. Yeah, in here.
Perfect example of the chain right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Giant pickerel. Oh, just kidding.
No, it's a nice bass. Oh.
Sounds good. No buddies that I can see.
Ooh, he's.
Oh, yes, there is.
Follower, right there, right there.
Where's that
Drop
tube?
a wacky down there.
First thing in my hand is a tube.
Good enough. I'll keep gaming him down here. He went straight down that way, so. Oh,
There he is. I saw him flash.
He's got it. Yeah, he's on it.
Nope.
Yeah, he's there.
Yeah, I got him.
That is awesome stuff,
There's a
buddy.
daily double. That's the way to do a double.
Yeah.
Yeah, both about the same size, same year class. Nice fish.
Awesome job. So what just happened right there is I was throwing out a finesse presentation, working off of the bottom. Rick was throwing a spinnerbait right here, working the upper water column. I happened to hit a fish off of the bottom, and as I was reeling in, there was one of his brothers or sisters following behind him. So what Rick did is he dropped his rod right away and grabbed a bait that he'd be able to drop straight down in the water profile, and it worked like a charm. The secondary fish that was following, trying to get this food out of that fish's face, ate from Rick's.
What I like to do is I always keep a tube ready, and
here we go again.
I just dropped it right down. It's only an eighth, but they hear the splash and they watch it coming down, and they just eat it. We saw the fish turn on it. I mean, we're 9 foot of water, and we saw that fish turn on that tube and knew we had it. So I mean, it's just a great way to follow up. We watch in tournaments, we watch that first bait all the time for just that reason if one comes in. And quite often you capitalize. And strangely, a lot of times the second fish is the bigger fish.
He's hooked pretty good. I'll just hang him out down there a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not getting bit, so you might as well just deal with it.
All right.
There was 2 or 3 of them come in. I got them on the screen.
There we go. Popped right out. Yeah, that last one, he hit my He hit my bait as soon as it smacked on top of the water. It didn't even have a chance to fall down. They're just that aggressive. As soon as they see something out of the ordinary, they just attack it.
Well, you can tell when you brought it in, he had at least 2 more with him, so they were definitely, they were competitive for sure.
I agree.
Little, not a big enough splash.
Not a big enough
But
fish.
he's bigger than what I got on, which is nothing.
Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, double header.
There we go, that's what we want, double headers. We got that big old jackall re-range right in the kisser.
That is a toad. They love diving down deep, eh?
Yeah. A nice look of color on that bait, boys. Just doesn't kind of look like a smelt or a shad, that little iridescent down the side of that. This guy is short and fat. He's all bunged up on the side. I don't know what all
Look at
those
him.
marks are. All those little spots and stuff. I don't know what that's all about. Both sides too. Yes, sir.
Another double header.
Another double header. I'm letting the boat back off it a bit. Yeah, there was a whole bunch of them come up under the jerk.
Yeah, I just had like 3 hits in a row, eh? I assumed it was the same one, but come on now. There he is. There he is. Yep. It never gets old.
No, it does not. And a double. Oh. Fat, 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 fat. Fat, fat.
I'm just switching back over now to my finesse setup with the Ned rig. It uses a 8-pound test with a medium light, extra fast rod. So a 2-pound fish
There's one right under the trolling motor.
feels like a
Right
10-pound
there,
fish.
right here, just right down here. 2 of them. Here we go.
That is beautiful.
Yeah, this is the first time using that jackall re-range jerk bait, and there you go. Who's there now? That worked. That's pretty awesome. I thought we had followers, but I actually had 2 of them on.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, that's nice. That's got to be worth a picture. Because most people think this is, you can't throw jerk bait in the summer. Well, guess what? The fish think it's a minnow. So summertime jerk baiting, 76-degree water. There. So that's, I guess there's no great way to do that.
Beautiful.
I'll try and get him off.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Had one on?
So due to some breaking off issues, I decided to throw a wacky rig. I'm using a green pumpkin 6-inch Cinco with blue and red flake. So what that does is it imitates a dying bait fish or even a crayfish as it undulates itself through the water column.
That right there demonstrates what Adam was talking about a few minutes ago about how competitive these fish are. And when his bait hit the water, it was just instantaneous hit. And when he was bringing it in, we saw there was 2 more behind it. So they're extremely aggressive. They want to eat. You know, he who eats first grows biggest. And that's another example of the same thing there. That first one hit that jerk bait, and the second one came back and went right after it as well. And as I said, a lot of people think that this time, summertime, is not jerkbait time. These fish are out here on open water. There's, even on top of this point, there's 10 feet of water, and they're feeding up. They're not, I mean, we've caught some on the bottom on plastic, but we've got just as many high up in the water column. So it's a mix of feeding on bait fish up here or crayfish on the bottom. Boat's blowing back to him.
Coming in hard.
Wind him up. Good fish, big fish.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, nice fish. That's a good one.
That is disgusting. Love it. Exhilarating.
Excellent.
I liked it so much, I'm gonna do it again.
Even 30, 40 feet out from the boat, well, I guess that was probably 50 feet, and just felt him hit that. Boys, I would say he's not big, but he's giving a good account of himself. Yeah,
He thinks he's big.
Yeah, they all do. They're small.
He's a nice fish.
Boys, there's another one under him, Adam. There's another one under him.
Actual?
Yeah.
Let's do some gaming here.
Yeah. It works as often as not. No? See if I can get him over, see if his buddy's still down there. No, he's gone too. Fooled with him too much. Yeah, there was 2 fish there.
That's okay, we'll get them. Yeah.
Oh, that's not a fish.
Pinky.
Nobody else with this guy, he's by himself. So I got one big rock right here. The one that we were casting at before is that one over there. And we've got 12 feet under the boat, and they're coming up and smacking this. This is probably about 18 inches down, I think. It's hard to tell, this water's so clear. Really careful with my fingers, these are sharp. He's just a puppy, but see if we can do another one.
That's another good fish too. Oh.
Just put the brakes on. Oh, I got one too.
Jeez,
that's a good fish. I can see him. Yeah. I got one up front. Not as big. Yeah, nice. That's another nice one.
Holy smokes. Yeah. Oh yeah, buddy.
That's a good fish too.
Rick, that's a beautiful fish.
Oh, there's 2. I got 2 again.
No.
No, he come off. I had 2. There was another one there. I had 2 on. Yeah, that's the lunker right there,
He's
boys
big,
and girls. Yeah, that's today's lunker. But I had the other one on for a sec. I saw him come off. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
that's a nice fish.
Yeah, again, I gotta watch my fingers. Holy smokes, those hooks are just wicked sharp.
Yeah, good job.
Oh. Look at the gut. Fat.
Gotcha.
He was
Beauty.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was crazy. I drew this fish in with a jerkbait, and I could see him still sitting in the water. So I pulled in the jerkbait and dropped down my Ned rig again. Bam! Toad.
So there's your rock that you were getting them on right there, Adam, for a frame of reference where we are. But these guys are sitting, well, I mean, this thing goes out, but they're sitting out here more open water than they are now over there. Yes. There.
He's nice.
Yeah, they're good.
I think that's the lunker. Maybe.
No, just watching my fingers is what I'm doing. Thank goodness the fish pulled it back out. I like the color too. That's a nice, to me, that's a nice natural color. You got a dark back, light bottom. You got that iridescent purple shine to it, just like a shiner, you know, a little shad, smelts, because there's smelts in some of these lakes. And it's what they eat.